United Way, and the importance that United Way has not only for our community, but specifically for our schools and for our students. You know, the mission of United Way and the mission of EVSC share so many things in common, in that we both want to make certain that everyone that we impact have the opportunity to reach their fullest potential. And United Way does that through funding partner agencies, agencies that work each and every day with our students and our families. You know, EVSC has a huge impact on our community, and I can't think of a better way to lead than by stepping up to support United Way. United Way makes a difference, and that's how they're just like EVSC. EVSC, you make a difference. So I'm asking you to help United Way. I'm asking you to help fund those critically important partner agencies, because our kids, our families are the direct beneficiaries of those vital services. You know, we're talking now about those adverse childhood experiences that many of our students unfortunately do experience. United Way is a prime example of helping students through those difficult times. So thank you so much for the support that you're going to give United Way, because in supporting United Way, you support our students. Thank you.
Pretty little thing, some days the sun don't shine, and the teardrops hit your pillow at night.
So adverse childhood experiences were actually identified in 1990, so we've known about them for a while, but we're just now beginning to understand their impact on our students. But they're referring to 10 childhood experiences: abuse physically, emotionally, or sexually, and then neglect, either physical or emotional, and then some household dysfunction that they define. Our students start to have difficulty if they experience 3 or more of those ACEs. The brain damage that they're identifying from, it's referred to as toxic stress. That is the result of exposure, prolonged and intense, to these adverse childhood experiences. It impairs learning because the hippocampus actually shrinks, which makes it difficult for students to form memories and process information at the teaching level. So I can't access my working memory when you're trying to teach me in a new addition fact, or trying to develop my vocabulary with reading. And then later it also significantly impairs our executive functioning skills, which is problem solving, organization, self-regulation, all of those things that we need to do to be able to persist and be organized, get to class on time, those kinds of things. It's not unfixable. There's a lot of things that we can do, and I think in the next 5 to 10 years we're going to know a lot more about what those practices are, but we can certainly impact the brain and its development by our practices at the school level, and how United Way is helping our families in the community. That support is needed, and there's lots of intentional things that we can do and have resources available to us now that can be done to help the developing brain, even if they've had some of these experiences.
Pretty little thing, what you doing there? In the corner with your hand on your heart and your eyes in tears.
The main services of Lampion Center is to provide counseling for kids and families and to improve the overall emotional and mental health wellness of the whole community. Kind of the short version is help people lead really happy, productive lives. We're involved with schools every day for the therapists here that are seeing kids and seeing families, that all the schools are teaching every day. We're involved when different kinds of crises happen in the community, from the tornado to 9/11 to really anything that happens, a shooting, a suicide, just really bad circumstances for a kiddo and their family. We specialize also in crisis response and have been part of that team, of the crisis team with EVSC for many, many years. We feel like that's another reason that our partnership is so great, because we are not the ongoing teachers and kind of life preparers that everyone is at EVSC. That's not our skill set. We admire, but we don't know how to do that. But what we do know how to do is to deal with folks in the circumstances they're in, help them deal with the trauma, help them get past that, help them develop all of the natural positives and strengths that they have, and get them at a place where they're going to be able to be humming along with their education. And then we all win, don't we?
Well, you will find your ticket and fly right on out of this town. leaving your worries and your troubles far behind.
Our program is to advocate, recruit and train volunteers to advocate for children. Our volunteers have one case. They concentrate on that one case. They talk to the teachers, the counselors, therapists, foster parents. They talk to everybody about what's going on with this child. And so they're able to paint a picture for the judge, because obviously they can't go out and see the 800 plus children that are currently open in Vanderburgh County because of abuse or neglect. But they are our volunteers, by having just the one case, sometimes two, they're able to concentrate more on what is in the best interest of that child. And for those kids that, if we weren't here, no one would, the court system would not be getting that outside view. We could not do it without United Way support. In addition, we couldn't do it without collaborating with other United Way agencies. A lot of our kiddos, your kiddos, also receive services from Lampion Center, Albion Fellows Bacon Center, or Boys and Girls Club. And so we all work together because all of us want to make sure these kids are safe and in a nurturing, loving home.
You've got a heart like gold and strength like steel. Fly right on, I know you will.
Big Brothers Big Sisters is a mentoring organization, so all we focus on are building really valuable relationships for kids who don't necessarily have that in other areas of their life. So our one goal is to give every child a caring adult in their life, someone who believes in them, encourages them, and really inspires them to be and do their best. I got involved shortly after I graduated from college, and my first little sister went to Cedar Hall, and I was matched with her for 4 years until she moved, and then I got matched with Jamisha when she was at Lincoln. We always tell our volunteers that we are sure, because all of our programs are research driven, that our programs make a difference for kids, that they're less likely to skip school, they're less likely to start using illegal drugs. Our programs are really good for kids.
This is our second year of co-chairing the EVSC's United Way campaign. This year we've learned a lot from last year's experience in that we were not as intentional about our goals. This year we've set some pretty lofty goals. We made progress last year. We made $500 more than we made the year prior, and we gained 1% approximately in employee cooperation, donations. This year we're setting our goal at $100,000 and 50% employee participation. So we'd really appreciate any help you can give. Nothing's too small, nothing's too large, but anything would go a long way for us.
So please give generously on the behalf of our EVSC students and families.
You've got a heart like gold and strength like steel. Fly right on, I know you will. Pretty little thing, one day you're gonna fly. Pretty little thing, now's your time to fly.
Thank you!